Hi friends, how are you today? I've got some good news. We are on scroll marked 9 from Mandino's book. It's awesome. And I got to listen to some really great stuff this weekend. So I listened to a little bit of Abraham Hicks and some of Les Brown and then some of another book I'm reading, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And I forget who that's by, but I can type it down in the comments. But awesome stuff. You guys, I just love this expansion. I love growing. I love just learning constantly, just filling my mind with all this good stuff. So Les Brown, my takeaways from him, absolutely awesome. Man overcame a lot. He didn't listen to the power of suggestion, so he made his own way. He created a path to success and his vision of something he wanted for himself. So service is the rent we pay for the space we take up on earth. So service is the rent we pay for the space we take up on earth. That's so cool. I loved it. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to memorize it. It's awesome. And life is like a grindstone. It can polish you or pulverize you. And it all depends on how you position yourself. So make sure you're well positioned so you become polished and not pulverized. And then when we're caught in something like a stay in place or loss of a job or whatever circumstances in our life, I just use those two examples because that's, I think, what most people are experiencing. But in your mind, you just keep focused on your vision. And in your mind, when we're going through hard times, you just keep going and you keep moving, you keep taking action. And you tell yourself, this too shall pass. So pain isn't going to last forever. This too shall pass. We can move to our next level and level up. So Abraham Hicks, my inspiration from her, are a couple of her sayings that she says that I'm going to coin for my life because I believe it works. And inspired action. So I love that word, those two words, inspired action. It's what we want, but we're not forced to do it. Inspired action, we do it. It's not just like wanting or like making ourselves do something. Like I was inspired to run 8 miles yesterday, so I just went out and ran, and I ran as hard as I could. I didn't stop. I just kept going and going and going. And so inspired action, it's like, she explained it, it's like liquid love within us. So liquid love within us. I love that. That just made me just like fill up with warmth. Liquid love. Like who wants that? And it's the pure positive energy within us. Okay. Our connection with Christ is pure. There's nothing that's going to limit that. It's completely pure, holy connection. And that's what I felt like when I heard her say that, liquid love, like that is within me. That is bubbling right in there. Like I have a desire, I have inspired action, and it's just there. So there's so much in this world that's gathering to us. So when we start to transition and rewire our mind and transform, you'll notice it's going to start gathering to you. It's going to be amazing. The blessings that are about to come to you or about to be birthed to you. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing what life can bring to you and what life is for you. It's not happening to you, it's for you. So be under the influence of the Creator. Like amazing. Like who thinks of these things? They're just absolutely amazing, and they share them with us. So I'm sharing it with you. I didn't create these coined terms, but I get to live with them and I get to learn from them and I get to share them with you. So be under the influence of the Creator. Sometimes we're under the influence of something we don't want. We got to change it. So you can change that. Be under the influence of the Creator. Joyously expanding. So Mandino's scroll marked 9 is taking action. So be under the influence of the Creator, joyously expanding. When you get to when you watch like a bubble expand, that outer layer of that bubble or that cell as it's expanding gets thinner and thinner. So there's more and more tension out there. So your inner being, when you get closer to that leading edge, so as your inner being, when you get closer to that leading edge, expanding, you're growing and expanding, it's joyously expanding. But sometimes it does get a little more tense on that outer layer. So just pay attention to that. Notice that and And it's just beautiful. I love it. So anyways, the scroll marked 9. So I'm going to read that one now. This is an awesome one too. So I'm glad you're hanging in here with me. I'm on YouTube with this. I'm also going to post it into Facebook. So I'd love if you could subscribe to my channel and watch. I'll have more content coming. So please watch and subscribe. And as my daughter just taught me, there's a little bell on there. So when I got something new and when I post something new, you'll get a little alert. So then you know that I have something new. I do it. My goal is to do this every day, Monday through Friday. I'm taking the weekends off now. Before I was doing it every single day, but Monday through Friday is enough content to share and joyously share with you. So I love it. Okay. My dreams are worthless. My plans are dust. My goals are impossible. I will act now. Never has there been a map, however carefully executed to detail and scale, which carried its owner over even 1 inch of ground. Never has there been a parchment of law, however fair, which prevented one crime. Never has there been a scroll, even such as the one I hold, which earned so much as a penny or produced a single word of acclamation. Action alone action alone is the tinder which ignites the map, the parchment, the scroll, my dreams, my plans, my goals into living force. Action is the food and drink which will nourish success. I will act now. My procrastination, which has held me back, was born of fear, and now I recognize this secret mind from the depths of all courageous hearts. Now I know that to conquer fear, I must always act without hesitation, and the flutters in my heart will vanish. Now I know that action reduces the lion of terror to an ant of equanimity. I will act now. Henceforth, I will remember the lesson of the firefly who gives off its light only when it is on the wing, only when it is in action. I will become a firefly, and even in the day, my glow will be seen in spite of the sun. Let others be a butterfly who preen their wings, yet depend on the charity of a flower for life. I will be as a firefly, and my light will brighten the world. I will act now. I will not avoid the tasks of today and charge them to tomorrow, for I know that tomorrow never comes. Yet let me act now, even though my actions may not bring happiness or success, for it is better to act and fail than not to act and flounder. Happiness, in truth, may not be the fruit plucked by my action, yet without action all fruit will die on the vine. I will act now. I will act now, I will act now, I will act now. Henceforth, I will repeat these words again and again and again, each hour, each day, until the words become as much a habit as my breathing, and the actions which follow become as instinctive as blinking of my eyelids. With these words, I can condition my mind to perform every act necessary for my success. With these words, I can condition my mind to meet every challenge which the failure avoids. I will act now. I will repeat these words again and again and again. When I awake, I will say them and leap from my cot, while the failure sleeps yet another hour. I will act now. When I enter the marketplace, I will say them and immediately confront my first prospect, while the failure ponders yet his possibility of rebuff. I will act now. When I face a closed door, I will say them and knock, while the failure waits outside with fear and trepidation. I will act now. When I face the temptation, I will say them and immediately act to remove myself from evil. I will act now. When I am tempted to quit and begin again tomorrow, I will say them and immediately act to consummate another sale. I will act now. Only action determines my value in the marketplace, and to multiply my value, I will multiply my action. I will walk where the failure fears to walk. I will work when the failure seeks rest. I will talk when the failure remains silent. I will call on 10 who come buy my goods while the failure makes grand plans to call on one. I will say it is done before the failure says it is too late. I will act now. For now is all I have. Tomorrow is a day reserved for the labor of the lazy. I am not lazy. Tomorrow is a day when the evil becomes good. I am not evil. Tomorrow is a day when the weak becomes strong. I am not weak. Tomorrow is a day when the failure will succeed. I am not a failure. I will act now. When the lion is hungry, he eats. When the eagle has thirst, he drinks. Lest they act, both will perish. I hunger for success. I thirst for happiness and peace of mind. Lest I act, I will perish in a life of failure, misery, and sleepless nights. I will command and I will obey mine own command. I will act now. Success will not wait. If I delay, she will become bothered to another and lost to me forever. This is the time. This is the place. I am the woman or the man. I will act now. So how is that, friends? I love it. It's a great little scroll. This book is awesome. If you don't have it, you should have it in your little bookshelf. And it's great. So have a great day, friends. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Got more good content to come. Bye.